So you want to break old habits, huh? I got you. I got you. Say less. I got you, bro. So I've been in this position too, time and time again. I've had things that I want to change about myself, habits that I wanted to break, and it felt like, damn, how the hell am I gonna, break this habit? Because I feel like you're in this mental loop that, you just find yourself back into doing the same habit that you told yourself you was never gonna do again. But like, how do you end up back here, right? Bruh, we finna fix that. But first, we need to take those proper steps for you to transition, for you to make that smooth transition, and for you to not relapse in your journey trying to create new habits and breaking those old habits. Ain't finna be looking back like, man, how was I so down bad before, bro? Like, what was I doing? What was I on before? And you finna be thankful that you made those steps for you to elevate to your better self. They say it takes at least 90 days for you to completely break a habit, right? And the reason why I brought that up is because during that time period, you need to be actively mindful of the things you're doing, the actions you're taking for you to either break the habit or for you to get lost in that addiction. You feel me? Because everything that you do is very important during that time period. That's if you want to break the habit, of course, but like, of course, if you're watching this video, you came here to break that shit because you're tired of, relapsing, and you're tired of going back into your old state, and you're watching like, damn, why am I here again? How am I fucking up again, man? Like, hey, let me not BS y'all time no more. Let's get straight to it. The first tip I got for y'all for you to break your old habit is for you to not go cold turkey right away. And some of y'all probably thinking like, what do you mean don't go cold turkey right away? Like, aren't you supposed to dive deep, like right when you start to break the habit? Aren't you supposed to do that? No, because your brain is still trying to get used to that new habit that you're trying to implement, or in this case, the old habit you're trying to break. Your brain is still trying to get used to that, pattern, and you just going from 0 to 100 just like that. Your brain is gonna be just like, what the fuck? Well, hold on. We moving way too fast, my nigga. You got too much dip on your chip. Your brain needs time for it to like slowly adjust. And in this case, let's say for example, you working out. Like, you just went from never working out a day in your life to working out 6 days a week, 2 hours every day, shit like that. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna burn yourself out so fast. Your brain is not used to that sort of, intensity because it's never had to do something like that before. You're just making it go from one thing to a completely different thing just out of nowhere. What you should do instead is like try to slowly get into the new habit that you're trying to build, or you'll try to slowly get out of the old habit you're trying to destroy. Let's say, for example, like, let's take that example, the working out example, right? Instead of you going from no days to 6 days, let's say you go from, you start working out like 3 days out of the week, 30 minutes per day, something slight, something to just, get the ball rolling, and just gradually just build on top of that, and you'll be able to find yourself like able to like maintain that like level of intensity more because you already like done acclimated to that state, and you're just adding a little bit more pressure. You're just adding a little bit more pressure, and that little bit more pressure is not too much for you to handle all at once. Instead of you just going from never doing something to doing it all the way. Some people have that mental capability to do that. Some people do. And if you're one of those people, you're one of those, few lucky gems out there, salute to you. You just got something that most of us don't. But I'm saying, for me personally, you never want to go cold turkey because you're not going to be, it's just going to be too much for you to handle. Second tip I got for y'all is to forgive yourselves. And you're probably thinking like, what does forgiving yourself have to do with breaking a habit? When it comes to breaking habits and starting a new habit, especially starting a new habit, right? It comes from a place of want to be better, aka self-love. It comes from a place of self-love and wanting to improve on your current circumstance, right? If you constantly beat up yourself for, reverting back to those old habits, or relapsing, as some may call it, relapsing, coming back to those old habits, you constantly just beat up yourself and tell yourself you ain't shit, man. Like, you ain't never gonna be shit. Beating yourself up, like just constantly putting yourself down, you's not showing that self-love for you to develop into a better person, because the reason why you want to create that new habit for yourself is to be better, right? Is to be better. Duh, right? But if you're constantly beating yourself up, you're hustling backwards now. Like, you're just You're not making progress for you to like, okay, yes, I fucked up. Yes, I messed up. Yes, I masturbated today. I told myself I wasn't. Yes, I ate that cheeseburger, even though I told myself I was gonna eat that salad. Yes, I did that. But like, we need to lock in right now. We need to lock in, and you're gonna be mad at yourself for the meantime. You're gonna be mad at yourself. I'm not saying you shouldn't like you should ignore all form of like criticism, self-criticism, or like any form of just self-realization. I'm not saying you should ignore all of that, but I am saying that you should show yourself that self-love that you deserve, because you're doing this because you love yourself. You hating yourself will just continuously create that cycle for yourself, and you start creating thoughts in your brain of you saying, nah, you can't do this, and you start having that victim mentality. I actually created a whole video of people hating themselves, and if you want to watch it, you can check it out. I have the card up here. Third thing, number three is for you to have a purpose, and for that purpose to outweigh the instant gratification of the old habit. You want to develop a new habit for a reason, for a purpose. You have a purpose to develop that new habit, right? The purpose of you developing that new habit, that drive has to be greater than the pleasure you're getting from that old habit. Like, for example, great example, masturbating, beating your meat, If you decide not to do that shit no more, you have to have a bigger goal and a bigger, reason for you to not masturbate. Find a reason why it's not worth masturbating over you masturbating, essentially. Me, for example, I use that energy of that sexual energy as physical energy for when I go to the gym, when I record videos, when I edit videos. That sexual energy gets transmuted into physical energy, and I need that physical energy because to do all the things I need to do. So if I were to instead waste it on every night, dog, like, I want to get shit done, I just wouldn't get nothing done. So the benefits of me not masturbating completely outweighs the benefit of me, the pleasure of me masturbating. So that's what I'm trying to essentially get at. Once you find that drive and purpose, that is gonna motivate you, and that's gonna keep you in that that mindset of you need to go on with that good habit and get rid of that old habit no matter what. That's gonna keep you on track, because you don't have a track for you to follow, a goal or a purpose. You're just gonna fall for anything. You're just gonna go back to that old habit, because what else do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. And the purpose doesn't even have to be that big. Like, for example, like, you want to lose weight because of you want to be able to fit your old pants again, right? Or something like that, something small like that. Like, it doesn't have to be like the biggest or like life-changing, like world-changing purpose or reason, but it's just something small that will keep you, motivated and drive you for you to continue with that good habit and not relapse and go back to that old habit. And the last tip I got for y'all, for you to break your old habit and create a new habit, is for you to, man, you have to want it bad enough, bro. You just have to want it bad enough. You have to want it bad enough. Whatever you want out of, the thing that you're trying to get from creating that new habit for yourself, you just have to want it bad enough. You just have to have that discipline within you to push yourself forward. There's gonna be days where you just feel like, man, it won't hurt if I just, just not work out today, or it won't hurt if I just, decide to today, or just you'll find excuses for yourself, right? Those excuses are gonna be small excuses, but it's gonna be that small gap in your brain, in your mind, in your subconscious mind, for you to just start expanding on that. And that little window is enough for you to just gradually just go back to that old habit. And like, I mean, I've been already doing this before, so I might as well continue doing it now, right? You give yourself that one excuse, later down the line, you're gonna give yourself another excuse. You're gonna continuously give yourself excuses, and you're gonna be back to square one. You feel me? So like, you don't want to be back to square one at all, because you easily just fall back into that old pattern. But if you stop giving yourself excuses, tell yourself, man, we stay 10 toes down, we just locked in right now, bro. You're not gonna fold. No, under no pressure, you're not gonna fold. And you just have to want it bad enough, bro. You just have to be disciplined and just do it. And it's not gonna be easy. None of this is easy. Like, none of this shit is easy at all when it comes to breaking old habits and create new ones, but like it's worth it at the end of the day. In conclusion, you know, we have hella shit that you can do for you to break old habits, and I'm gonna actually recite the tips I have for y'all. Number one, don't go cold turkey right away because your brain has not developed to the point for it to transition that fast. Number two, forgive yourself because you need self-love for you to continue on with your journey, not self-hate. Number three, you have to have a purpose, and that purpose be greater than the instant gratification of the old habit, because that's gonna be the driving force. That's gonna be the reason why you're on doing the thing you're doing. And no matter what, you're gonna find yourself rather doing the good habit, the new habit, versus the old habit, and you're just gonna be locked in. You're gonna be tunnel vision. And last but not least, you have to just want it bad enough. You know, you just have to have that discipline within you to just change and just never look back. You feel me? Just not make excuses for yourself. And yeah, that's basically everything. You know, I like this a lot. You know, I might make a part 2 in the future. I might make a part 2. So I'm pretty sure these tips would help you. These tips has helped me a lot. You know, these are things I think of all the time whenever I want to break an old habit. These are things I constantly implement, you know, and you know, you just gotta want it bad enough. You just have to want that shit, you feel me? So yeah, that's the whole video, you feel me? Appreciate y'all for watching this, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later.